Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of Amanda Bowden Transitional Coach Podcast. So, let's jump straight in. Today, I wanted to give you some insight around myself as a coach. Point right way. Oh, my finger disappears. Oh, no, it's not working. Amanda Bowden Transitional Coach. As much as I absolutely love interviewing people and asking questions, but I thought, you know what, let's pop one up around myself and what I've been doing lately, just to share what's going on. So share some stuff around myself as a coach and how the Spirology concept came about. So this is called Spirology Concept. What it is and how this quantum coach framework came to life and how it runs through the coaching I do with neurodiverse clients. So generally, I attract autistic level 1 and ADHD clients. Both like ADHD, so that's ADHD and autism level 1. Oh, yeah. I'm also dyslexic, so but I've never really come across a client that's opened up about that. So that's that anyway. I need to stop waffling. So yeah, so I thought I'd come on and do that. And how the framework came to life and how it runs through the coaching I do with the clients, and the Master Miracle Manifester, and upcoming courses via the Phoenix Academy, which is just starting to come about. That's where the Master Miracle Manifester is going to be. Yeah, I currently teach it as a one-to-one basis. And I'm in the process of getting it out on a video course. That's coming in 2026, but it will be coming. But there's that. Yeah. So let's go back to like where it all started, the Spirology concept, because I had no idea it was going to unfold into what it is and where it is right now. But it all started, I think it was around 2018 when I began to write my first book, which, by the way, I didn't even know it was going to be a book. It was just a journal at the time. It was me writing in things that just popped in my head, and I thought it was like interesting. And then my guides were like, we need to turn this into a book. And I was like, no, because it was literally all my personal knowledge and stuff, what I'd gone through. So we started as like the story kind of as it unfolded of going from like the unconscious way of life. I was just, if I remember rightly, just coming out the end of an experience of narcissistic abuse more mentally than anything. And that's when the book or journal started really. And I was journaling my things and like I was thinking, right, well, how can you, when it turned into a book, I was like, how can the things that I've learned go into this book to help other people? And then this is where I started to see like universal numbers, or what some of you may know as like angel numbers. I just call them universal numbers because they're quantum, like 333, and it all came out like that. And I can't quite remember what, I think the spirology theme came in throughout the book because it was at the time in my head, it was like, well, it's a spiral. So, and it's spirituality with ology. So I was just like, just chuck that on and it looks like a good word, right? And it explained like I don't know, not how I'd explain it, like the process I was going through. So like you would it literally be a spiral. So instead of thinking of a straight line and things that you experience in life, it is not, because there's patterns throughout life and it repeats and then they come back around. And as they do, and you develop yourself, you look at things differently from a higher perspective almost of taking the learnings. And when you don't, it comes back round until you get it. That's where the whole theme kind of came from. And then like it went in through my second book because they were both based on like spirology. But the second book, A Hero's Journey, hang on. So the first book was Spirology Reflection of Self. Sorry, let me backpedal. And then the second book was Spirology A Hero's Journey, because if you've walked the spiritual path and done some development with yourself, you might have heard of the hero's journey, right? And the concept that goes around. It's all in the book. I can't remember it all off the top of my head, but like you go through the stages of like uh finding out stuff, and I can't remember altogether. But yeah, it was mm, partly as like these two books have come about when we was going through COVID as well. So there's experiences of that through it and how to cope and things like that. And as well as that, it was being shown by my guides of learning to live a more conscious life and consciously manifest. And also the fact that, as human beings, when we come from the effect side of life into cause, then we realize that we are the creators of our own reality, really. And that is the quantum part of it, because I can't remember the name for it as anything, but until something is observed, is it real or is it not? So there's that, and it's not. You have to be the observer to see something in your reality and create it. And it all starts with intention, right? So we went through the third book, and then after that, the Master Miracle Manifesto came about, because throughout the two books, I was writing about my experience of using the numbers and manifesting from, like I said, from the unconscious to the conscious side of thing. So it's literally like Spirology started off as the story behind where I was into where I was going and where towards where I am now, and how I transitioned into becoming a coach, really, and using the universal numbers, working with my guides, because they not only help me in my personal life, they help me in my business as well. It's really cool, right? I love it. But that's where it came from. And then it's going into like the spirology kind of theme is going in towards like the new book that's coming in next year. I haven't got it all in my head yet. I'm just like putting together. But it's going to be called the White Dove Spectrum, um, because it's a different perspective on neurodiversities, bringing in the quantum and that kind of thing. And it fits in nicely with the spirology concept. So that's where that's going right now. So, like, over the years, spirology has evolved, and now it fits in perfectly with where I am, coaching and supporting late diagnosed autistic level 1 and ADHD adults discover the authentic self and evolve through transition to manifest a life with clarity, confidence, and certainty. I don't know why I've got to put a tone on it like that, but I am reading this because I never fit all that in my head. Anyway, so let's take a look at what the spirology concept is. So bear with me while I just share my little screen here and find, there it is. That's There it is. Oh, go on, pop up. Thank you very much. So this, oh, you can't quite see the top a minute, but it'll clear now. But like, if you're listening as well, so I've got like literally the spiral. So I don't know if you can see my mouse on what you're watching on your device and stuff like that. But this is literally the new logo that came about. I think it was last week. So this whole new evolved way concept of the spirology concept has come about really as I was doing my website. I've been updating my website because I've been transitioning just from a transitional coach into the neurodiverse side of things, because I'm neurodiverse myself, so and I love it, and it's so interesting how it all works. But yeah, this is spirology. This is like the layers, I guess you could say. So this is, quantum. So you could say like it's multi-layered. Um, it's non-linear, which means, it hasn't got to go in a straight line. Um, if you're looking at it at a spiritual point of view, it can be multi-dimensional. I suppose you could say that with quantum as well. But on the top there, which you can't see because I can't get this to move. Oh, yay. There we go. So it's what we've got on like the first out layer is like the Master Miracle Manifester because it literally is quantum manifesting. So what it is I teach how to work with your universal guide, so like your universal support team of guides. And I just call them that because I don't know, as I've learned and developed, the language that I use has changed. Like you might say spirit guides, depending on where you are. But right now I call them universal support team of guides, simply because they're universal and there's different races from different places too, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so the Master Miracle Manifester is literally learning all about yourself, how the brain works, that kind of thing, building a master mindset, how to manifest with your team, who your team might be, their purpose and roles, what they can play. What else is there? There's literally manifesting, and your guides can navigate you with the universal numbers. So it doesn't just gotta be with the manifesting, it could just be like, surrender over something you want help with because they can't help you until you ask for help. Because I can't remember, is it free will? Something like that. I can't remember the universal law that they can't help unless you ask because they're not allowed to intervene with, everything. Yeah, so we've got self-education, self-development, because that's exactly what we do when we work together. And, you know, that's what how we evolve and move forwards and learn about ourselves, isn't it? Like, we educate ourselves and develop to grow as a person, as a business, all that kind of good stuff. So the conscious evolution part is literally where you begin to step into like the conscious mindset of the fact that you can create your reality. And the more you do the development on yourself, the more you realize that this is so true. So it's like neuro inclusive. And I've put this in because I've not engineered, I don't know, build, made the concept around it being able to work with both neurodiverse brains and neurotypical brains, really. So, and you'll understand a little bit more. So, like, yeah, solution focus. So, like, literally is what it says, solution focus, because when you focus on the solution, the part of your brain moves towards it and moves forwards. So you've got the quantum, which, as I said, is non-linear, multi-layered, and you've got the spiral of evolution, which is non-linear, not in a straight line, so it goes up like that. Um, yeah, quantum is so much like there's so much science behind that, the mind-body connections, like quantum entanglement, quantum superposition. Oh, there's just it's just fascinating. But anyway, yeah. Um, what else have we got on here? So we've got mind body science connections, which I just find so fascinating. You could say like it's one of my what do you call it? My interests, my special interests, whatever you want to call them. I just love researching, experimenting with things like this and looking and just bringing it all into my work. So there would be like, mind, body science, as in your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being, really, because you can't have one without the other because it's, holistic. So holistic just means the whole of you. So there's that. And then what have we got left? So we've got spirituality. Oh my God, this is quite a big one because for me, I remember years ago when I was going through things and I was having counseling and different things, and I was aware that I was going through like a spiritual awakening, and that when I was talking to like people that are helping me, like counseling and different things through complex trauma, I was like, well, I can't say this bit because they'll think I'm weird and they won't understand. And then I wanted to bring this in because I think it's important. Um, because if you can't be yourself, your authentic self, when you're developing yourself and things like that, and looking for answers, then, it's just nice to be able to like support that part as well and allow people to be open because I'm quite open-minded around spirituality. Um, yeah, so positive psychology. This is a good one because it is like a part of the essence of this. So it's like what I do with Clay is like focusing on strengths whilst not ignoring the challenges as neurodiversity has both as with anybody in life. It's just sometimes we need a little bit more understanding around ourselves to understand how our brains work and how best to work with it, right? So like it promotes well-being, things like practicing mindfulness, balanced breathing, which balances out your nervous system, regulates your emotions, building a master mindset. So like mindset is really important because it's what gets you through like adversity. So things like change, like really quick change, or I don't know, that kind of stuff. Um, Helping with self-compassion, because that's quite big, isn't it? And self-talk as well, working towards like positive self-talk, because I know years ago, before I started doing development on myself, self-development, that as a neurodiverse person anyway, and anxiety and depression can be part of it, and it is with me, and it hasn't gone. It can come up from time to time, and just learning to be kind to yourself, and compassionate, and allowing. Well, I guess not actually. You could say like as I developed myself and connected to my higher self, um, my self-talk's got better, more positive, and I listen to my intuition more. So there's that. So it opens up that part, um, and like good stuff. So like and self-acceptance. So these are just some examples of like positive psychology. There's loads more things I can go into detail around, but for now we'll just stick with that. And this is all like heart-centered because you may or may not have noticed like the way things are changing right now and they're changing quite big, and what people might say like in spirituality terms and language is the fifth dimension and stepping up into that higher vibration of consciousness, which brings in self-compassion, worthiness, self-love, and you'll see more people stepping up and being their authentic selves and like just being seen and heard. So you've got all that good stuff. So that's generally like a little entail into it. Uh, is it gonna let me go forward? So that's what spirology includes. Like the whole concept is wrapped around what's on these circles and things. So let's just hang on a minute. Let me just hang fire. Where's my doobie? Pause. Hang on. But I'll do that when I come back. Cakes and spectac. I'm waffling. Team, help me. Help me stop waffling. You got too many notes and I'm waffling.
So my friend's friend now knows my friend's name, my friend's full name, because I told my friend's friend my friend's full name. So now my your friend's friend, now knows name. Yeah.
Hey, wait! I'm really gonna wee myself. Oh no! Not the poo poo bum. I need the wee wee one. Got my hair right now. Right, you've got the basket yourself. Oh, why there's a puddle correlating at the bottom of the pot? Yes, it's still paused. Yes. How much more? Oh, you must I know, Teddy. I just thought that. I was going to say that then when I'm doing it. Is it out? It's everywhere. Suck on, bad boy. That tomorrow. There's a cobweb.
No.
Oh, cobwebs.
Oh my god.
Hello, you okay? You need some more? Stink, man. Somebody died. Don't open them now. It's for later. I'll don't use them now. It's for later. Literally, I'm not going to use them. Give me a sec. You can start it. Where? Can I not take the toilet full?
What's the one doing? I should probably keep my glasses off.
Hot potato, hot potato.
Oh, that's a potato. That's annoying. not recording anything. Mommy. That was me, Alice. What I did with that? Huh. No, I'm not going to find it even as a neutral software. Yeah. It's good, buddy. Hi, tea. Right. Right. Oh, I haven't got a lot of squash left. I don't know. My little blankie. Yeah. Look up. Oh, you bolted your eyebrow. I don't know, right? No, that's me. It was. Oh, how did that happen? Oh, okay. Bored. Nice and toasty. Okay. Yes. I don't know, but that's. I'll just go like this. Okay. Oops. Oh. Oh. You can zoom.
Okay. Okay. Turn my phone off. Mhm. Okay. Remember I said. Okay. 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 So there's three stages to the coaching framework. And as you can see, if you're looking at this on video, if you're not, I'll read this out anyway. So the first part to the framework is discovering. So discover what's going on for you in the now. Um, so that's generally where like the I'd call it discovery call. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Discovery call comes into play first of all. Um, so like we'll begin by gently exploring your current experience, what you're experiencing right now, emotionally, cognitively, I can't bloody say it, cognitively. Why I struggle with that, I don't know, but hey ho. And energetically. So that's where the starting point is. And then as we're going through the discovery part, we'll see um, what's holding you back or blocking you from moving forward. So together we'll identify patterns, beliefs, perhaps sensory thresholds. What else could there be? It could be like masking. Um, there's a whole range of different things that could be going on. Anxiety, um, self-doubt, um, overthinking. There could be many things um, that may be creating challenges for you and that are holding you back from moving forward. So generally, like as a point, like in NLP, so generally when clients come in and not always, but if it's something, there's like a layer, a top layer, like a conscious layer that you're aware of, but generally isn't the root cause of it. So it'll be subcon or unconscious. So you won't be aware of it consciously, if that makes sense. So like, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy, that kind of thing. So it'll be deeper than the surface, like conscious surface that a client will come in generally. Unless it's more to do with like I don't know, the neurodiversity is part of it. Um, yeah. So like then the third part of the discovery part would be like your best desired outcome that works for you and with you. And that's really important to put out is that it works for like with you, with your brain, how your brain works. There's generally like learning types are visual, audio. Oh, what's the other one? Visual, audio. This is NLP language, like kinesthetic. So like feeling, your feelings, emotions, and practical and that kind of thing. So there's, three different ways that you can learn. And this phase is like about clarity. We define what you truly desire, not just externally what you're looking for to get as an outcome, but internally as well, and what supports you as a unique individual to reach your desired outcome, because everybody is unique in their own way. And that's just how it goes, right? That's just life. And so this is the part where it brings in awareness, I guess you could say. So then like the second stage is the evolve part. So we've gone through all the discovery part. And then we build on what you already know. And this is important because generally neurodiverse people can come in, like myself a while back, can't remember, over a year ago. And the words that came out of my mouth were I'm broken. And I don't know why it came out, but that must have been how I felt at the time. And so we just build on what you know, what the skills are, insights and knowledge you already carry. And you might not even be aware of like these skills and knowledge that you carry around. So like we'll just bring it into the conscious light and affirming like your lived experiences at the foundation for evolving into your like, authentic self. And then we'll go towards like release that what no longer serves you. So like through coaching techniques. So in my so I'm certified as an NLP coach and an MBIT coach. Multiple inter I can't integrated brains. Oh my God, it's a mouthful. So that's MBIT. So the NLP is neuro linguistic programming. So the difference is like NLP works with the unconscious part of your mind. It's really quick. It does changes really quick. And the techniques are pretty cool. So like some of my favorites would be, what can I think of? Parts integration. I absolutely love that. It's like part of me thinks this and part of me thinks that. And after doing the technique, they come in together as a whole and just work as one, which is really cool. So that. Mbit is more like relaxed, a relaxed way of making changes, which is really cool. And it works with the heart, brain, and gut, and balanced breathing as well. But yeah, that is so interesting. But so that's just some of the techniques. Well, there's one other one as well. I can't remember now. Anyway, um, so this stage supports you in changing or letting go of what no longer aligns with your authentic self and creating space for calm and clarity. So like the third stage of like evolution is create conscious integration within. So even though that when we use like NLP techniques, and MBIT, we're working with the unconscious, you'll still go through like the process. And it might be automatic. You might notice it, you might not, but then it'll consciously come up and you'll notice things that are changing. And I'll be like, ooh, well, this is cool. So just allowing new conscious actions to unfold and setting intentions through newfound strategies to align your awareness of thoughts, emotions, and body for conscious integration that supports your authentic self moving forwards. And then we have the final stage. Oh, bear with me a minute. Why is it? There we go. I don't know why I did there, but hey ho, manifest. So, a quick way of looking at manifesting, just a quick, description of it is like your intentions, emotions, which is your thoughts and emotions, come into reality. Excuse me. Um, ugh, whether that's conscious or unconscious. Like as I explained, going back with the first two books that I brought out. So I was like learning to manifest as I was writing Spirology Reflection of Self, my first book. I was not aware I was doing it, so that was unconscious. And then as I wrote the Spirology A Hero's Journey, that was conscious. So I knew that I was manifesting and things were changing. So it's literally that you're like the creator of your own life. You're the movie maker, you're the director, you're the actor. Although I won't say actor, person that walks your life. You're the one that makes the choices and that kind of thing. So it's like consciously living your life. And so like the stage is like your desired outcome manifests into your reality. So you bring your authentic goals, the ones that you've set or wanted to do, your outcomes, all that good stuff, and visions into tangible form, allowing your desired outcome to unfold as part of your lived experience. And then we move on to action your intention. This is so important because it's really good having the intention to do something and having all the ideas, but it's another thing and putting them into action. And so, like, newfound when we've gone through the process of the evolving, new strategies, perhaps like a belief change, and all that good stuff, the coaching techniques. So, like, you come out with newfound positive beliefs and attitude and strategies from the evolve stage, and thoughts, emotions, and actions begin to align. So they're beginning to like work for you and work with you. And at this stage, supports conscious choices, emotional flow, and energetic momentum towards your desired life. Pretty cool. And then the third part of manifest is embrace a more authentic life. So this is like the outcomes of what comes about as you're doing the development for yourself. And as you learn about yourself more and who you are and how you work with your brain, you start to be more your authentic self and show up as your authentic self, as those layers just peel back because you're kind of unlearning really the things that you've picked up along your way throughout the whole of your life and letting go of stuff. So like inspired and welcome opportunities come in. We begin to express like self-expression more from the real you as you take the layers away. And flowing with life as it unfolds for you. So this is something that I've like my guides are working with me at the minute is like learning how to flow with life, your life's path, which is pretty cool because when you change your perspective and realize that actually everything happens for a reason and life happens for you, because you've already made the soul plan before you got here. It's just the fact that whilst you're here, like with how many people in the world crossing paths and different things, it means that you have the choice to make choices on which way you go. And if you allow your life to unfold and flow with it, and those opportunities are coming up, and you're changing your mindset to look for things because life happens for you, it becomes much easier and things like manifesting things into your life becomes in quicker. It's like manifesting becomes a lived experience of freedom, alignment, and joy as you work with the law of attraction and it works with you because what you put out is what you get back generally. Not generally, it is. So yeah, that's the three stages you've got to discover, which gives you the awareness where you are, what you're doing, what you want to change or let go of, um, or find out about yourself. Evolve, which equips you with tools and the mindset to go through the next step of like ascending up to a more conscious awareness. And then manifest is literally like manifest turns it into lived reality. So you're manifesting that into your reality. So that's pretty cool. So that's the three um stages of the framework. Spirology. Um and it's split into three steps to work with any neurotype brain because generally like myself, I set my tasks up into three steps because it's easier for a neurodiverse brain to understand. But like, if it's easy for a neurodiverse brain, then it's going to be easy for a neurotypical brain, right? So yeah, let me just stop sharing that right now. Oh, hello, it's me. And like a lot of the old systems are out of date and they're not benefiting everyone as a whole anymore. And we can kind of see this in the school systems, all the systems really right now. They just all need updating with where humanity's going, um, how our brains work, and that kind of stuff. And like humanity is evolving, and what we know as ASD one, so like autism level one, and ADHD, like if you both have both at the same time, is what we know as ADHD. It's currently the labels that describe a neurodivergent brain or parts of, yeah. But it's more than that. It really is. Like we're evolving and we're beginning to open up our understanding around how our minds and bodies are actually quantum. And this, I think that these labels will drift away. No, well, I don't know what I want to say. Labels, descriptions, how we describe the neurodivergent brain. I think that as we move forwards, it's going to change. Like quantum is really going to change the way we look at neurodiversity 100%. And if it's an evolutionary step, then yeah, how can you label something that's one day going to be, off about a word, it's going to be a normal part of life if it is a part of the evolution step of humanity, right? And I don't say that to take away the challenges that do come up for neurodivergent individuals. Trust me, I know. I'm just saying that the more we understand the quantum side of things, it's going to open up a hell of a lot more understanding and the way we see it. So, like, this is the first step into the quantum era, and is unraveling at great speed. And you can already see it in AI. Like the tech is always based on us, right? We get the ideas, we create it. Although we do get a little help from our guides that plot little things in the quantum field, and we're like people like who let me think. Einstein and Tesla were getting the ideas from because it's just channeled information. It's dropped into the quantum field, and then we humans pick up on it, ideas. And this is why, like, the ideas go, oh, my hand keeps disappearing, go across the globe because it's just put in the quantum field for people to pick up on when they do. So, yeah. And I mean, if you think about it for a moment, if AI, which is going quantum, um, tech is based on us as a humanity, then we're evolving too. We must be, right? So, my mission with the Spirology concept is to bring more understanding and a higher perspective and to revolutionize the way we understand and see neurodiversities and a step towards what I call neuroquantivity, which is literally quantum neurodiversity. I absolutely love all the quantum science right now. It's just when, like, if you're neurodiverse yourself, when you like research stuff and it just leads on to other things, you're like, oh, wow. Yeah, that's where I'm like. But yeah, that's where it's going. Oh, yeah, that's me. Amanda Bowden, Transitional Coach. And that's where I'm heading right now. And if you want to know more about how I can help you as a coach, you can connect with me on Facebook. I'm on there. That's generally where I put most of my posts. Instagram, I think it's Amanda Bowden Coach. LinkedIn, I'm on there. And my website, you can go to my website as well, amandabowden.co.uk. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to give me some feedback, that would be great on the podcast. Let me know what you thought of it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. And I can't wait for the next one. Oh, and make sure you subscribe. Ready for the next one as it drops. Yay. Bye for now.